go by Commander. I'm the commander of the Minnesota Freedom Fighters.
I go by Sarge.
My name Wolf.
All right. Well, I'm Eagle Eye.
My name is Leslie Redmond. I was originally called by Black establishments and businesses who were concerned about their business establishments and churches being burnt to the ground, similar to what happened in South Minneapolis, because people were starting to come and burn places in North Minneapolis. And so we decided to start what I call the Minnesota Freedom Riders, which we not only gave people rides home during the curfew time, but also had a headquarters at Sammy's Avenue Eatery, where we patrolled the West Broadway corridor, which ended up being something like probably 2 weeks being out there, West Broadway, making sure. And since we were out there, no building got burnt to the ground. And then after I decided to end the patrol on West Broadway, some of the brothers decided to continue, and they call themselves the Minnesota Freedom Fighters.
The Minnesota Freedom Fighters is a band of brothers that banded together during the unrest after the untimely death of George Floyd. And our mission and our purpose is to be for the community, by the community, which means that we are a community patrol group that goes out and we patrol our community from police abuse and violence amongst our community, and also helping to squash community violence.
What I feel about the Minnesota Freedom Fighters is, first off, we from Minnesota. Second of all, we want freedom for our Black folks. Third of all, we all fighting until we get it. So, and all my brothers, we came together and we made it that.
Over time, we had about 20 of us that were left over that knew that we could fill a gap between community and police. And we've served that and done that now for almost a year straight. We've had interactions with the police, most of which were positive. Really, we wanted to, we wanted to hold police accountable, right? We're not trying to be police, but we're also not trying to continue to see the harm that's been caused and created by the police in our communities.
I think the brotherhood, the uniqueness of the brotherhood, the different walks of life that we all come from, serves as a visual example to our community of how we can all get along, right? I think the beauty of us is the organicness of how we came together and how quickly we bonded as a group, as a brotherhood. And I think that's a testament to our whole community. And we try to definitely use that as an example when we're out, to allow our differences within us to show, so that the community can see the very different variations of who we are at our core. Community would have to be one, integrity would have to be two, respect, I would say, would be three.
Support, trust is huge.
Yeah.
But all of that tends to stem out of relationship building.
Correct.
Right? And seeing the human beings that are standing.
I think that's where we win the most. I think that our ability to build relationships with whoever we're protecting, whoever's in front of us, whether it be the police, whether it be protesters, whether it be angry community members who are angry at the police, or vice versa, the police angry at the community. Our ability to build relationships and be human in those moments allows for whoever we're servicing at the moment to be able to feel the engagement.
Number one, we are community. We formed organically through a call out from Leslie Redmond.
I believe that we got to bring back the neighborhood. So I remember when I was little, being able to go down to Miss Johnson's house and get food. But I was also going to go down to Miss Johnson's house and make sure that her trash was taken out, because she was older and couldn't do it for herself. I feel like we don't really have that anymore. So I can't say that that's where it should be if I'm not going to show that that's where it should be.
We're not just single faceted either, right? We give out food. We just set up a family recently. Black Papa Bear had set it up. A family that's been homeless over this past year who's been only housed for a month. So we have food coming in for them for the week, once a week. We coat drives, so we had a winter coat drive and gave out almost 800 coats this past winter.
Wash days.
Free wash days. We did people's laundry, and we got involved with the laundromat, another organization where from 6 a.m. till midnight, people could come and have all their laundry done for free. So that included their soap and dryer sheets and all that stuff. So we get that there's a complexity to it, and if we don't deal with some of these things from a complexity standpoint, in hitting all those different areas where these systems fall short for our community, we get that. So we try to fill that too. It's not just about security. It's not just about patrol.
I can't ask a brother to get off the corner when I know these systems have created that sensation and that feeling of having to be out on the streets and doing what they're doing, with all the incredible atrocities that have happened behind white supremacy. Even our interactions between community and the police, the difference in how we address the humanity space in that, we're about humanizing the processes, which we often don't necessarily see extended to us through the structure and way that police operate.
I think they're a system. Unfortunately, they get lost within that system, the humanality of them, of the individual officers. Whereas within us, that's our pride and joy, right? So the individuality of who we are as a collective, we allow that to shine through, and there are no big eyes, little U's. So just because I'm commander doesn't mean that they don't all share equal part in the responsibility and obligation of what we're doing and holding each other accountable.
I think one of the biggest differences between government security and the type of security that we do, without a sense of caring, there's no sense of community, right? So we all come at this from us having a heart for it, right? From us having a heart and caring.
We're doing all right. Good to see you.
Who is shooting at you? The biggest thing is to help restore the human rights of Black people in America. We have been dehumanized for centuries. This is why even people can come here from other countries and get more respect than Africans in America, specifically African Americans who have been enslaved here for generations. People can come and get more respect than us. And so while it's important to pass policy and procedure, I think that it's going to be a time for America to have truth and reconciliation and reparations for all of the destruction that is done to our community and continues to do to our community, because our dehumanization happened on this soil and continues to happen. It has been not only legalized, but legitimized